I, I am honestly disgusted by what I have just witnessed. I just got back from watching Avengers Infinity War, and it was by far not only the worst Marvel movie ever created, but hands down one of the worst movies I've seen in a while. And I knew going into this movie it was going to be complete garbage because all Marvel movies are complete garbage. Marvel is trash. All their heroes lack any personality or depth. They're all cardboard cutouts that don't stand out whatsoever. They're all weak. They're just all bad characters. Like, honestly, if you're a fan of Marvel, there is clearly something wrong with you. Fans of Marvel know absolutely nothing about good characters or stories. DC has much better characters. That's fact. That's not an opinion, that's fact. But this movie was nothing but setup. It ends on a predictable cliffhanger that everyone saw coming. Well, that everyone with common sense saw coming. Because when I was at the movie theater, everybody was like, oh, I can't believe that just happened. But you can tell these people were casuals. They knew absolutely nothing about anything. These are soccer moms. These are people that don't get out of the house much, that don't really do their research. So, of course, it shocked them. Of course, they were shocked. Little kids, oh, Spider-Man. You see what I'm saying? So, of course, they don't know what's going on. But people that are on higher levels like I am, people that have higher level thinking like I do, and there's not many of them, they knew what was going on. They could see this coming from 3,000 miles away like I did. This movie was nothing but setup. It ends on the predictable cliffhanger, as I said. Thanos was a horrible villain who lacked any depth whatsoever. He's just like, I want to destroy humanity just because. Why? Oh, why? Doesn't Marvel have any good villains? Marvel has not one good villain. When you think of villains, you think of the Joker. Oh man, one of the best villains. You see what I'm saying? You think of Lex Luthor. Bane, Darkseid. All the good, basically DC villains that are recognized worldwide. When you think of villains from Marvel, they be like Thanos. Be like, who? Who the hell is that? Who's Thanos? Have you guys ever heard of this guy named Thanos? No one knows who any villains are in Marvel. No, people barely know Marvel characters in general. Iron Man, Spider-Man, Hulk, all these characters became popular in recent years. Nobody knew who they were without these movies. Before these movies came out, did you hear people running around saying, yeah, Spider-Man is awesome, Hulk is awesome? No one knew who they were. Everyone knows who Batman is. Everyone knows who Superman is. Flash. They didn't need movies to make them popular, to make them recognized. Unlike Marvel characters. Thanos was complete trash. A horrible villain. Why can they not include any good villains in these Marvel movies? Oh, I forgot, because Marvel doesn't have any good villains. The movie had a bunch of boring talking and barely any action whatsoever. And when there was action, the fight scenes were badly done. The choreography was off. The fighting was sloppy. The action, was full of bad CGI. The graphics didn't look as good. The movie was lagging. It was dropping frames all over the place. Like, it was just a bad situation. Horrible fight scenes that weren't exciting to watch and just weren't exciting to experience whatsoever. I heard at least like 20 people yawning every time the fight scenes came on. And I mean, that's how you know it's bad. When the fight scenes are the ones that are supposed to get you hyped. And when people are yawning through the fight scenes, then obviously you're doing something wrong. I mean, I damn near fell asleep a couple of times through this movie. You see what I'm saying? It was just sad. There weren't any good characters. Every Avenger sucked. It brings me back to my previous point that Marvel doesn't have good characters. Thor, bad character. Spider-Man, bad character. Black Panther, okay, I won't say Black Panther's a bad character just because he's black. But everybody else, Vision, the Scarlet Witch, Captain America, one of the worst characters. I hate Captain America with a passion. Falcon, Spider-Man. Every Marvel character, every Avenger in this movie was horrible. Doctor Strange, trash. Iron Man, trash. Just every Avenger in this movie was horrible. They weren't believable. The actors weren't good. You could tell this movie was very low budget. The comedy was cringeworthy. You know, of course, you had all the little kids and everything laughing. That's so funny, Spider-Man. That was so funny. But like I said, the higher level thinkers like me, we weren't finding this amusing. You know, like I said, all the casuals, it's so funny, woo, yeah. But the comedy was cringeworthy. It was so bad. The story was trash. It was so shallow, all over the place, tons of plot holes everywhere. The only people who would think this movie had a good story are clearly people who have not seen a good story, have no clue what a good story is. They try to tug on your heartstrings because a lot of Avengers or characters die in this movie, and they try to tug on your heartstrings. And it just misses in every way. They try to make this personal for Thanos because he had to get one of the Infinity Stones, he had to kill his daughter Gamora, and they try to tug on your heartstrings as you're supposed to feel some type of way, and you don't care. They did one of the most corniest scenes I've seen in a while, where Spider-Man was fading away, and he tried to grab Iron Man, and he was like, "Mr. Stark, I don't want to fade away." It was so corny. When everybody was disappearing in the movie, I was clapping. Finally, get him up out of here. That was one of the only highlights of the movie, seeing all these terrible characters fade away. Like I said, set up. All this movie was set up. It ended on one of the worst cliffhangers I've ever seen. One of the worst post-credit scenes I've seen, where basically they're calling Captain Marvel, which is another terrible Marvel character. I don't even know about Captain Marvel, but I mean, come on, it has Marvel in the name, so you know it's terrible. What did I watch? This was just trash. I'm speechless on how garbage this truly was. Oh, you want an explanation? Well, just wait for the next Avengers movie. Like, what was this? Nothing happened. Bad story. Bad characters. Bad action. Cheesy dialogue and cheesy comedy. Bad graphics. There was nothing good about this game. Or good about this movie, rather. And here we go with the paid reviews, because I've already been seeing this getting high reviews. For what? Why does everything that's not even good continue to get good reviews? Oh, because sites are paid off as usual. Why are all these things that are trash getting good reviews recently? It's just like they're throwing good reviews to everything just because it's popular. Even the old Avengers movies were trash, and those got decent reviews. Why? You know, the first Avengers movie was horrible. Then the second one was even worse, and now this one is even worse. They just keep going. Complete waste of time. I will never be watching another Marvel movie again. The Avengers is horrible. It's nothing but a Justice League ripoff that'll never be as good. That's something you can get behind. Justice League has so many cool characters. Avengers, trash. What a total waste of time. If you enjoyed this movie, again, you clearly have no idea what good movies are. Stop watching movies, because, I mean, you're embarrassing yourself at this point if you think bad movies like this are good. What happened to good movies? If you have not seen this film, please don't waste your money. This is by far the best review of this movie on the internet, the only honest review. Every other review is going to come nowhere near as good as this one. I'm keeping it 100% honest, spitting pure 100% facts in this video to try to save you money and time. Now, if you can watch the movie for free and you don't have to pay anything, then go for it. I mean, yeah, you're not going to be losing any money, but you'll be losing your time. And you don't want to lose your time watching trash. But if you just have to see it, definitely watch it for free if you can. Do not support this terrible film. With that being said, Avengers Infinity War, infinite trash. Goodbye.